Greetings and salutations, this is Jason Silverain, and today I'll be taking a look at Knights of the Round. Now, I usually say which games I've played in the arcades, when I played them, all that lot. Knights of the Round, I will confess I never finished in the arcades. I got pretty far playing it with friends. I only found this in the wild a handful of times. I think one time was actually on a school trip and we had like an hour's lunchtime and I was playing this in the little mini arcade next to where we were having lunch. That was a fun school trip at primary school. Now, this was actually released in 1991 and it's very loosely based on Arthurian myth. You're playing as either King Arthur, Lancelot or Percival. I have no recollection of what the plot is, so this is going to be a fun little reminder. It's very similar to Final Fight and one of the earlier previous hack and slash fantasy titles at Capcom they called King of the Dragons. Another one I only played once and only found in some arcade in the middle of nowhere. Again, I'm going to have to go dig that one out, because that's when they started adding RPG elements into it. And again, I like going back and seeing video game development. It's a bit basic. You do have a blocking ability, which you can trigger by pressing the attack button and then pressing the joystick away just as your opponent strikes, if I remember right. So this is going to be really unforgiving. They put a freaking parry system in. I'm going to suck at this. Alright, yeah, if I succeed, I'm going to have a few seconds of invincibility with no counters against me. But, you know, if no one strikes me while I'm holding the block, I will tire and drop my guard, leaving me vulnerable. I think it's also got the desperation attack, and I think we get to ride a horse, if I remember correctly. I can't remember if it's in the levels or if it's like a mini game. It's been a long time, forgive me. So let's get into it. Ooh, I like the sprite work. Feels very Amiga, actually. Okay, that told us nothing. We got a little bit of music. Okay, so I think not bad graphics, actually. It's sort of okay. And we have armor. Oops, I could have sworn it was better graphics than this, but interesting. I'm liking the tutorial system. Yeah, that's Arthur in the middle there. He's the all-rounder. Percival's with the axe is the essentially big, strong guy. So does that make Lancelot the fast attacker? Yeah, let's just get into it. I'm going to play Arthur to start with. And yeah, this was free player. Good bit of fun. We got most of the way through it during that lunch break, actually. So we only had so much money between us, so it's like you had up to one continue, and then you swapped off with someone else to have a go. I got through about, I think, 4 levels before I had to pass over. Okay, so far I've not had to do the parrying, which is fine. Okay, do we have a jump? We have a jump. Which is also skip. Okay, they get armor now. That's fine by me. There is also desperation attacks in this game where... Oh, damn. No! 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 Oh, and I did collect it. I didn't have to press a button on it. You just walk over it. Also, if you would manage to stab me there, buddy... How did I not stab you? I think that up slash... How did I do that? Oh, well. You have a very annoying laugh. And just slightly too much range. Okay, let's go for the parry. Okay. Oh my god, he has a grab! Okay, getting that right is admittedly difficult. Yeah, I'm going to need to practice this. You've got to press back first. I was thinking maybe you can press attack and then hit back afterwards, but no, it's back, then attack. So trying not to turn around while you're doing that is hard. Oh my god, come on. Wow, I got trashed. Oh my... I cannot do this. I cannot do this block. I had it fine at the start, but there we go. Maybe if I tried doing it with a D-pad instead. I was always a better D-pad player. Oh, you had to come on screen to die. I'm just still reading the instructions. Arthur is the best on horseback, apparently. So what are we doing here? We have a timed situation. Oh, did you chop me or throw a dagger at me? I couldn't tell there. Yeah, this game, you are very easy to get ganked. You don't really get much respite if the enemies start attacking you. Yeah. I'm not sure I'm keen on that. If the parry system was a bit better, if it was a separate button. Okay. I managed to do it 3 out of 4 times there, under no pressure. I mean, why didn't they make it down an attack? Because back an attack's an awful combo to do. Just a shame I can't change the controls, because I'd totally change it to down an attack. I'd be happy with that. How do I turn around? Oh my god, I do so much damage. Yeah, I'm just gonna continue with Arthur for now. I'm gonna do a little bit more with him. And next time we die, then I'll come off him. So now we have blocking enemies, which I'm not overly keen on. Yeah, that was a waste of a horse. That'll get my level up. This is what I wanted to see. I wanted to see the level up. I think he has gold armor, if I remember right, in the end. Stop hitting me! The stun lock be real! Okay, bad falcon. Stop whacking my dudes! Jerk! I don't know if, because you can hit the treasure and it turns into smaller treasure, I don't know if it's worth hitting that and getting more, or if you get more little bits, or if it's better to just have the one big treasure. I definitely see a speedrunner being very good at this game, if you took the time to really master that parry system. The music's okay, the sprite works relatively nice. The enemy variation is interesting, though they don't seem to have much different attacks. Oh, you ass! You didn't even wait for the name thing to be out the way before you start doing... I hate this. I hate this range attack. This is nonsense. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the bosses. I'll say that now. I mean, they've got character. They're kind of cool. But, oh, there we go. You is jump sideways to turn around. But they are so cheap. There. So I blocked. Oh, fuck. There we go. At least I got the horse to do some damage to him. Oh, I forgot to check if I can actually jump on the horse. I don't think you can. It's just turn round. Oh, you poked me up the arse. I wonder if I change character, I'm going to lose my levels. Oh, that's interesting. I'm not even pressing the jump button. I'm just jumping when I do the up combo. Again, I was having fun with some of the other games a bit more. I think they really were trying to push the parrying. Again, if that was easier to do, I'd be enjoying this a bit more. But it's not bad. I think visually it's really nice. It is weird that occasionally I keep doing these weird little jump combos. Yeah, okay, we definitely don't hit the loot. It gets worse if you hit it. Birdman. I like the fact we can combo them to death, though I don't like the knockback too much. And they don't seem to have much get-up recovery apart from the bosses, which is probably a minor blessing. Charge, my men! I actually kind of want to play one of them. I know they're essentially Arthur with a helmet, but... Nice, there's my horse. Look at my horse. My horse is amazing. There we go. I see the timer constantly going down is a little stressful. But it seems to have vanished. Yeah, jump just turns me round. It doesn't. I don't have to press a direction. So the horseback combos not quite as fun as the Warriors of Fate one. The Romance of the Free Kingdom ones had a better horse system, more combos. But I think I prefer the look of this one in terms of styling. Though I do see some reused color palettes. It's alright, sir. It's fine. Like, those masked men are definitely just Skywalkers. Just with masks instead of... He's reasonably generous with the health. But you can lose it so fast it doesn't matter anyway. So... Okay, I was trying to do Desperation Attack, it did not work. This is fine. We are going to go to Lancelot. Oh yeah, we start in the armor. Is it me or I have a longer attack range than Arthur? Level up. Yeah, we have a much longer attack range. So didn't it say here the jumping at... Oh, we hold down attack and then press it. Okay. Again. No, I... Yeah, that jump kick I can't seem to get to work again, but... Why not just make my jump attacks better? Yeah, oh, come off it. That's just unfair. I have noticed one thing with this game. This is always a problem with this kind of game. But it's actually hard to tell if you're online with them and if attacks are going to hit or whiff. Yeah, I know I should have kept the food, but it was going to fade if I'd left it. There we go. You're now a standard enemy. No! There's my desperation attack. That worked. Yes, it's just... The game seems to be very, very picky with its inputs. I do like the jump kick, though. I like the fact they can bump into each other doing that. That's cool. But yes, the knockback is irritating. It's very difficult to get a full combo on anyone. Wait, is that a wizard? Yeah, that's a wizard. Or magician. Accurate in this case. Oh. Alright, I did not even press attack. He just auto-blocked there. I don't know why this auto-blocked, but I'm not going to complain. Yeah, for all the awkwardness the kick does, all it does is knock them back, and that's not useful. I want to ride the cats. Oh, man. But, actually going to this, I can definitely see some inspiration, what Dragon's Crown took from it. I still think Dragon's Crown is one of the best classic style scrolling beat-em-ups. It's genuinely good. If you can get over a little bit of the fan service that's in it, it's a massive, heartfelt sort of celebration of games like this. The Dungeons & Dragons one, yeah, all the classics really. Golden Axe. Oh my goodness! You're supposed to put burning oil in your barrels or pitch. Not coins. But yeah, no grapples, from what I can tell so far. Ugh. Once you're in the middle of being hit, the parrying's kind of useless. You just got that stun lock and you are going to stay that way until you either do a desperation attack or... There we go. Let's go you, my friend. Oh, goodness me. Maybe I should not have played the slow dude when I'm surrounded by enemies. Okay. Having a quick look at his move list. Apparently he has the only person with a dash, and he can cancel into a giant swing or something. So I don't like how small his attacks are though. Okay, what is it? Only character can dash by double tapping the joystick twice, cancelling his giant swing and pressing the attack rush. Okay, there we go. Again, like all of the inputs in this kind of janky, and that big swing doesn't flow very well. So it definitely feels dated compared to some of the other games in terms of their attack animations. Which is a shame because the enemy ones are quite good. It seems with the player ones that are rather poor. Oh, I just get shinier armor. I thought I would actually But why would you do that? Ah. I mean, I like the dash, don't get me wrong, but... I feel like the combat, compared to some of the other games we've seen, isn't quite as fun, and it's a bit more boring. Because you've only got your basic combo and a single special move, and a single jump attack that has no variations. Or doesn't feel like it's got a variation. And against these enemies that have so many different attacks, it becomes a bit of a chore, really. No, we're going to still be you. Oh my goodness. Just get the desperation attack in. How much damage does that do to me? Quite a lot! You just go down. You don't swing in the air, you swing upon landing with his jump attack. Okay, good to know. I'm going to learn these things during the boss. The invincibility does not help me here much. Well, at least I managed to get it off twice, intentionally. 3 times. But he's just bouncing all over the place, it doesn't matter. Oh! Guess all 3 of us would be there normally, with King Arthur in the middle. Now, there's been a couple of ports for this as well. I think it was mostly on the Super NES. Then you had it on the PSP and the PlayStation 2 and the like. And then obviously the most recent port, which is this one. Come back with my flag, you git. How am I supposed to fly my colours? There we go. I kind of like the magic pickups. They're not very visually impressive compared to things like Golden Axe. Yeah, I'll take that back, thank you. Oh! No, my man! Okay, one of them was an absolute badass. One ran away, one died. One ran away at the start. One dude starts freaking parrying them. Not just once, but repeatedly. He is a badass. Barbarians. So you're telling me the Celts are here? Okay. I mean, why didn't you call the Pike Man, sorry, the Fat Man Pike Man or something? Billman. Feels a bit unfair identifying him by his weight problems rather than his weapon. This will be one of those that's not actually ninjutsu or anything. It's actually a bunch of twins, or all these guys disguised as one person. Get rid of the mook. The one just dropping fire. I don't like these enemies having random magic bullshit. Pardon my French. See, the knives, I don't mind. But randomly tossing fire down, which spreads like that, if it was like I'm throwing down a vial of something, easiest boss. Easiest boss. So he's just basically a squishy mook. God, that felt short compared to like stage 3. Give me more levels. Okay, let's go, go, go. I'll be honest, one of the reasons I want to stay with him is because he actually has the dash. think Lancelot I like because he's got lots of range. Arthur has my favourite design. Oh my god, that does not look good. That's a really short range. Yeah, these. There we go. I'll do my desperation attack. See if I get a few swings off before the horse is driven away and I'm killed. The horse randomly rearing at times? That is irksome. I mean, you do a very powerful attack afterwards, but... Oh, wait. What was that? If I do double tap forward, it... Okay. I wasn't doing that before. Was that just a personal thing to represent his charge? I'll have to try that as one of the other characters. I don't see why it's that useful. Okay, Fat Man should be absolutely wrecking me now. Those halberds or bills would be perfect to get me off. I don't think it's a bill because it doesn't have a hook to pull me off the horse. This is fine. Let's see what level 9 Lancelot looks like. Gold armor. Looked cool back in the 90s, but I don't like gold weapons and armor now. I think they look tacky. I think they look alright on like a 2D thing. But I often dislike it in games, especially like things like Monster Hunter, where it's like bright gold armor is like one of the best armors. The only armor I think otherwise is oh, what is it called? The one that attacks you like almost like a hawk. Begins with S. Sorry, I can't remember. S-E-I-G-O-S? I'm trying to remember how you spell it. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Can't think straight right now because I'm trying not to die. That armor looks awesome, especially the gunner armor, which I was a little sad they took all the gunner armors out in Rise. I like the fact that you just have uni armor now, but they totally should have had the layered armor, optionally the gunner armors for the old armor. Anyway, that's a completely different game for a completely different time. Can you stop trying to yeet me? Wow, you guys go down quick now. I do like the fact that the level ups do make you feel much more powerful, like a sense of progression. Quite a few games fail to do that. Quite a few modern games fail to do that. If you level up and you still feel as weak as when you started, and you're still taking 20 hits to kill a mook, then you have not leveled up. You've just made your normal attacks more flashy. Oh god, is he just gonna... Oh my... Okay, he moves fast for a big guy. We're not doing any damage to him, so... Yeah, he can just grab me. Okay, I get it. It's... Again, derpy parrying controls make this hard to do. And the fact he doesn't stop his attack animation, he just keeps going, but I'm invincible. Eek. I was pressing it. The problem is I get knocked back when I parry him. So I get knocked out of range, and by the time I've walked back into range, you know, it's mostly worn off. Okay, there we go. Arthur looking pretty dapper. Now he's actually decided to wear a helmet. And he's got... I would call that bronze. It's not supposed to be gold, but it's... You could have it bronzy as well. I could have sworn I had it there. This guy would be fine if he didn't have the throw, or if the throw had a really obvious tell. Which wasn't the same as the I'm going to hit you with hammer. It's the throw that makes this guy broken. And the game not being able to decide whether or not I can hurt him or not. Oh yeah, I got tired. No even animation for it. You just stop moving and the controls become unresponsive. Oh, come on. I don't like bosses where you have to use parrying mechanics because not everyone can do them. It makes this... imagine if you're like a very young kid. You would not be able to pass this guy. You just get frustrated. I mean, I knew exactly what I needed to do and I couldn't get it working. Imagine if you're like 7 years old. Okay, stage 6. Keep wishing I can go in the buildings. There's like little side areas. Again, something we won't get to a little bit later. Ah. Why? Why are you so short range of your weapons? It's like... ugh. My kingdom for a freaking spear user. But no, this is the days of you have your giant two-handed sword or axe. Yeah, your light like saber or rapier, and then your big old long sword user. Couldn't give people pole arms; those aren't heroic. Pole arms and clubs are what baddies use. I forgot to test if you can... no, we did. I think we can jump with the other characters, right? I can't... Did I test that? I think I did. Oh, now I can't remember. It's been a long day. Give me... yeah, forgive me. Why can't we call in Merlin to do, like, a tactical strike? You know, each of the knights have Merlin cast a different spell or something. Oh, to hell with you. If you weren't slacking off on your job, you would have seen me coming. And you would have been fine. Probably. Maybe. Like these guys, they saw me coming, they were prepared. Whee! Okay, not gonna lie, that was actually kind of funny. Getting yeeted off the horse like that. Not so fun the second time, though. Oh, thanks, buddy. I mean, I appreciate the knight coming to give me food, but he could have done it when I was actually still alive and not in full health. I have no idea what happened there. I think I leveled up and it caused everyone to fall over. Stop lurking off the edge of the screen, please. Do I not get to keep the horse? Oh, what's going on? I remember seeing some artwork of this where Percival's got like rocking a really good beard. I'm just wondering if that's going to be one of his high level forms or something, or if it's just the, you know, oh, just concept art. There we go. I forgot the word for a moment, but I get it back. Because you've got him with a beard in the background and a shaved head. What, does it just migrate down? Also, he's got a brown beard there, but blonde hair. I turn you into food. Or points. In this case, points, I suspect. I'm just going to eat it. I want the score before it fades. Now you actually hit me when I've eaten all the food! Oh, wow. The wizard can eat me. But I can't throw people as the big guy with the axe? Again, I really like the premise that these guys can friendly fire one another. That feels quite fair. If you're going to be throwing explosives around, you should be able to blow up the other mooks. Do you freaking mind, though? That is such a bling sword now when it's leveled up. I think sometimes I prefer the early swords because they can start getting comically large at this point and impractical. Again, as I've gotten older, I've started preferring a bit more realism when it comes to certain aspects. Because, you know, people learn stuff through video games. You know, for example, I would have not known nearly as much about Chinese history if I hadn't played Romance of the Three Kingdoms and just that period, mind you. But sort of sayings and, you know, references and why these people were important. Why is there a samurai? Why is there a samurai? Why are you here, buddy? Of course, Romance of Three Kingdoms is essentially historical fan fiction. So, even with the games that do have the actual, like story modes to them. Not stories. The historical mode, sort of thing where you can go and check all the history and all that, and like dates of battles and all that. It's not going to be accurate, but again, people will pick up bits of information from these. So I'm always like, try and throw, if you're going to base your game on history or put things in it, try and put a little bit of information for your players. Because they will appreciate it, they will pick it up, and some of them will take the time to read it and enjoy it. Just make sure it's accurate. Anyway, sorry, I'm rambling a little bit. Though I won't complain if a game goes full-on fantasy. See, I'm not going to complain there's a samurai in medieval, or is it early medieval? Pro-medieval, England? Arthurian myth and lore is in a weird place of where it's supposed to occur in history. Because you've got all the later retellings where you've got them dressed up as like medieval knights and full plate and all that lot. When, in fact, in the timeline, real life, if it was to occur, it'd be more around sort of end of the Roman era, I believe. Again, Arthurian myth isn't exactly my forte. Doesn't help that it's been reused and retold and bastardized by a million different shows, games, books. And very few people actually read the originals. That said, I would not mind if we swapped out Shakespeare for a few other things in school. Because Shakespeare is dreadful in school. Don't get me wrong. He's an interesting guy. He wrote some good stuff. But he wrote stage plays. Having to read that in front of your class is just cringe. Not designed to be read. It's designed to be watched. And that's that other little rant. I needed something whilst I was just working the guy down. Again, I think this one, of all the ones I've played so far, is one of the weakest. It looks visually nice. It's got lots of nice elements. But gameplay-wise, the basic attack combos are kind of lame. They don't really have a oomph to them. There's very little, like, catharsis or satisfaction when you're hammering these guys in. You're like, alright, I've done my 5 hits, then my next 5. Oh, I've knocked them back, I've got to walk forward a little bit. And me pushing a direction towards them or something has caused me to do a slightly bigger swing. But it's none of it's intentional. It's me, I just feel like I'm button mashing, and I don't like that. At least with the games where you can throw people and do slams and toss them around accurately. I mean, don't get me wrong, Final Fight was great, but I was struggling to actually throw people into one another. Streets of Rage, on the other hand, I could literally plan that sucker down. It's like, oh, I've got a dude here. Okay, I'm going to fling you this way and ensure I kill off these guys over here. It does get you more involved and makes the game far more enjoyable. Yeah, the lack of basic features like a dash and throwing options. And there's no weapons we can pick up along the way because we start with weapons. Oh, it's very limited. As you can see, I'm already yawning. Well, that's more of a sign I probably need something to drink. Ow. I do think one of the greatest things they added to these games was sort of the RPG systems done properly. Because that feel of progression, whilst it did cause the games to get a little bit grindy, it added so much more depth. And with it, they started adding like combos and juggling systems, which were awesome. Again, it's like your mileage may vary. I find that bosses, like normal mooks that have super armor, are one of the most tedious things to fight. Bosses with it, fine. Heavily armored foes, fine. But every so often you know, when you get so far in the game, and this is why, again, I enjoy Borderlands, but by the end game, I was just like so clocked out. When you just have massive HP sinks, that guy destroyed me. I should have been paying attention. I'm gonna parry his ass. See, god damn it. We need a guard break move. If you're going to give enemies blocking, give us a guard break. But yes. Yeah, rival mounts, weapons you can pick up and use temporarily, multiple characters with little progression builds, interesting variety of enemies, where you can do a few recolors here and there, which is fine. Just pick your designs, you do that with carefully. You know. Unique attack patterns for both players and the enemies. These are all how you make absolutely golden scrolling beat-em-ups. And all of these that I've been playing all show elements of that. I really need to go off the beaten path and start looking at non-Capcom ones after this, though. Because again, Capcom was very formulaic. But they did a lot of these, and they did a lot of the most famous ones or important ones, so... Really? That just sucked. I don't even know why that guy exploded and hurt me. Anyway. I need to go look up who did Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. Now, that was a very cool visual game. But, if I remember right, mechanically it wasn't amazing. This is a cool boss, though. I'm definitely getting Gargoyle Gate Dragon's Crown feel from it. You're gonna boot me in a second, aren't you? This is just reminding me of the what do you call it? Wyvern, taxidermied Wyvern plushie that my kobolds in one of my adventures used. Since it couldn't really move, it was. Let me just put you there. Oh yeah, there we go. Big change. I somehow lost my clothes, have slightly more armor, and also lost my hair and dyed my beard. Go, ooh. But yes, long story short, kobolds killed a wyvern. After finding it wounded, took over its lair. Used its feet to make fake tracks using basically pogo sticks, and stole local livestock in the early hours of the morning in the morning mists, whilst using ghost sound to sound like the sounds of wyvern roars, to pin it on the wyvern that was now dead and no one knew where its lair was anyway. And they kept the rest of the body taxidermied as a giant puppet in one of the narrow corridors with a relatively low-level sorcerer there to cast illusion spells on it if needed. But it was also kind of on pulleys and stuff, so it could move around just a little bit and attack things. I really need to write and release that adventure. Let me know if people would be interested. I'd probably have it in Pathfinder 1st edition, since I don't play 5th. Oh, probably easy enough for me to convert it to 5th if I wanted. The real killer is doing the maps. Oh, come on, man. I've already beat you once. Can we just get this over with? The interesting thing with Percival having armor only down one side, it makes perfect sense in context. The lack of trousers, not so much. The lack of, like, chain shirt or padding on his stomach and all that lot, not so much either. But the heavy armor all on one side of him, considering he stands in that particular stance, you know, presenting that side of his body to the enemy while he does the swings, that makes sense. Because armor's freaking heavy. And so is giant axes, so you wanted to conserve your stamina. Also, armor's expensive, but hey, you're in one of the Knights of the Round Table. I presume money is no object. Or is not such a big object. Since all our basic boots are kitted out in metal armor. Down you go. Ah, stop teasing me. Stop teasing me. Final stage? Who do you want to finish the game with? Well, we've seen what Percival turns into, so let's go back to Arthur. It's a shame none of the other two don't really have a cool kind of change for that. If I die, I'm changing to Lancelot, though. I think of all of them, he's got my favourite attack pattern. Just because he's slightly extra range. It's just, I really like Arthur's design. And I've got a weakness for bastard swords. I like the old one-hand, you know, swap between one-handed, two-handed. Reminds me when I was doing the medieval reenactment training. We'd actually start on bastard swords. Bills you'd do proper drills with in groups. And believe me, it was scary when the guy in full plate charged you. And you're not allowed to aim for the groin or trip or anything like that, but you just had to keep him at bay with pokes. But he could just slam through your bill line and at full speed. And unless you were purposely trying to stab him in the groin or something, I can imagine, you know, in real life, watching how that it bounced off his armor. Yeah, armored knights would just butcher quite a few unprepared. What do you call it? Peasants or even standard militia. But no, they made us train with bastard swords first, and we had to do it one-handed, and it was to build up the muscles in our arms. And it ate like an absolute git doing it like that. But oh my god, after a month of doing that, when you're given the longsword, when you first pick it up, a longsword felt quite heavy and unwieldy. When after you've done that month training with the bastard sword, you feel like you're moving with like greased lightning with the longsword. Your movements are so swift in comparison. Also with the bastard sword, because if you can fit your hand and do a two-handed swing if needed. I say it's longsword, by the way. I mean arming blade. Let's use the proper name. Just most people will recognise the arming blade by longsword. I blame Dungeons and Dragons for that, and general movies. Though I still think the best thing I saw were these two brothers who had full plate, complete ensemble. I can't say the word. Oh, you know what I mean. They had the complete set of full plate. And then, just one afternoon, they're both training to replace the swordsmaster, the guy in charge. One goes sword and short sword. The other one goes arming blade and and hand axe. And they were moving so fast in that full plate and going properly at one another. We got a bit worried at one point. Honestly, you could have mistaken for actually trying to kill one another. But they knew exactly what they were doing. It was all kind of practiced and rehearsed, except when one of them blocked the... How are you supposed to get over that? I guess he was supposed to jump. Yeah, well, one of them blocked the hand axe just under the head, and just his upward swipe took the axe head straight off and split the wood in twain. Yes, I should be fucking up. I'm just surprised that Mordred's not our last enemy. I'm just wondering if this guy has any presence in Arthurian myth, because I don't recognise the name. Oh, he has every annoying attack, though, from the previous bosses. The jump slam blasts, the range blast with the other one. This is not enjoyable. This is another one of those bosses like, oh, you spent probably a $5 to get this far. Prepare to be spent a $5 just on this guy. Or you have to be playing this free player. You really have to be playing this free player. That said, there is actually apparently different modes to this. I can actually set it to just one player and not have the option for the other two players. And I'm wondering if that would change. If that would change the gameplay. Probably slightly, maybe. Okay. No! God, Mace Man, leave me alone! Oh, but thank you for joining me for these. I do appreciate people like coming, watching, and taking the time to kind of revisit this old history. I know I ramble a little bit in them, but it's a scrolling beam up. There's only so much I can say about the design. Oh, feel like I should be playing Arthur, but... Ooh, it's a Grail! There you go. We face the peril. Quickly seek help from the wizard Merlin? Now, I just had the achievement saying I'd finished. We have a full-on cutscene. Okay. I'm not worthy of the Grail. Let's go to great destiny. So Arthur's the only one who can use the frickin' Grail. King of all Brins. Arthur! So, did we get, like, a little bit of bonus because we were not playing Arthur there? Go. Again, I like the ending. They put a lot of effort into the ending. I think it was only one for all the characters, but still, even though it doesn't have much replayability, that's just... I like it. I like it. It's well done. Why do we only get banging tunes now at the end? The rest of the music was just there. It was okay, but none of it really stood out. I wasn't, like, bopping along to any of it. This has got a nice beat to it. Again, I like my chip tunes. I like my old school arcade machine music. It's got it's just got a unique sound to it, which I always enjoy. Okay, those don't really go well together, but he was just I think the trope is giant space flea from nowhere. Yeah, so probably one of my least favourite last bosses of this era. But still better than Scumicide. Oh, Captain Commandos was awful. I like that background. I like that sprite work a lot. I do think they hide the lack of effort for the last back bit behind the Capcom logo. But other than that, that's a lovely little screenshot opportunity there. And there we go. We are done. Oh, that's another one down. Again, this was a nice return to the past and a bit of a reminder. Again, I've seen the ending before, but I'd forgotten it because I've played this game so little. Again, very little replayability compared to others of its time. And again, I really like this little tutorial section. It's just a shame it takes so long to do the other ones for the other characters. But yes. It's time for me to go. Thank you very much, everyone. Enjoy your day.